Why is Linderbaum not being linked to the Cowboys at all? What's good, people? It's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk, right back like I never left. What's good with y'all, man? Happy Sunday. Um, Before I go forward, man, let me just send out my condolences and prayers to the Haskins family, man. Still a tragedy what happened to Dwayne Haskins, man. Seriously, it's mind blowing. Way, way, way too young. Very, very unfortunate. And just prayers out to his family, man. Seriously. As far as the people that was real insensitive about it, people are human. And they should be treated as such. Not just, this isn't Madden. They're real life human beings. All right? With that being said, let's move forward on football stuff. Tyler Linderbaum. Why are the Cowboys not being linked to Linderbaum at 24? Now, of course, he's had an amazing buzz around him since draft season really took off. And I can see him going way earlier than 24. It's very possible. That type of a game-changing player. When you think of Linderbaum, what do you think of? Athleticism. He's not a humongous guy. I think he's like 289, 6'3". They say his arms might be a little bit short. But where he lacks in physical attributes, he makes up way more in technique and just speed. His motor runs hot. He is always looking for work on the field. He's a second level type player with ease. Comes off the line incredibly well. Linderbaum is a great player. He is the offensive lineman that if was in the 20 was there at 24 would change the offensive line for the Cowboys. Now, I'm not out on Tyler Biadasz at all. You know, I think that he's a very serviceable center in the league. I'm not saying he's a top center in the league, obviously. He's serviceable. But Tyler Linderbaum is one of those players that can change your line. He would be in the same vein, I feel like, of a Zach Martin or a Ty Smith. He'd be one of the top players at his position in the league, not just serviceable. Kenyan Green wouldn't. He would be a good player. He wouldn't be a great player. You don't leave a great player on the board, Linderbaum, and take Green. You don't. You know, I think Kenyan Green is going to be a good player in the league. He can maybe prove me wrong. I'm not hating on Kenyan Green at all. I think Zion Johnson could be a good player in the league. People have said we should get him to play center possibly. Why would you get one of those players when there's a great offensive lineman on the board? And you don't necessarily, you would have better luck drafting Linderbaum, putting him at center, and then moving Tyler Biadasz to guard than grabbing Kenyon Green and leaving Biadasz at center. That's what I feel like. Center ain't nothing but guard without guard ain't nothing but center without snapping the ball to me. But why is he not being linked to Dallas? That's curious to me. I don't even think we brought him in for a 30 visit, if I'm not mistaken. And there's no way in the world that they're that sold on Biadasz that they wouldn't even consider Linderbaum. It could be a smokescreen, man. Mike McCarthy is way different than Jason Garrett. I know we've done this whole Jerry and Steven will talk too much, but Mike likes to put out what he's not doing. You know, he likes to make it seem like he's going one way and he likes to go the other direction. So absolutely, I feel like that they got Linderbaum high on their board. Who doesn't? You know, now some people might say we'll get Linderbaum later, maybe in the late 20s, 31, 30, you know, something like that. But there's no way in the world that you let Tyler Linderbaum slip past 24. It's just if you're going to offensive line route, that's where you go. You know, I want Treylon Burks. It's not a secret. It's not a secret. I even got a draft that me and I'll talk about it later, a little bit later. That we did where I took Burks first and we went on. You know, I asked y'all opinion on it, but Linderbaum is the pick. if you're going offensive line. I feel like if he's obviously it's if he's there, it's if any of these players are there. All this is hypothetical. No one knows exactly how this is going to fall. So outside of the Jaguars, they know how it's going to fall because they can pick anybody. They got the first pick. But other than that, you're at the mercy of who picks in front of you, who trades in front of you, what's going on. So that's why you build a board. That's why you build a backup board. That's why you have contingency plans, etc. But my purposes of this video is Linderbaum falls to 24, which is impossible. I've seen plenty of boards where he's there, and they just keep mocking us a guard because that is where our main hole is. But I'm a big proponent of this. You can fill that guard position. You don't leave the first player that you can say is truly going to replace Frederick in the right light. Linderbaum would be incredible in this just because of his wrestling background. He's rarely out of position. He has great leverage the way he gets out of his stance, and his second level blocking would be great for Ezekiel Elliott. Linderbaum will be an Ezekiel Elliott investment. He ain't going nowhere. We giving Zeke mad money this year. So yes, if you want to go line, I'm not completely opposed to line, but I want BPA, best player available. And if Linderbaum's on the board, he's the best player available on the line. You don't leave him there and go get a guard because you're forcing him. You'd have more luck of putting Linderbaum at guard. I know you're not going to do that, but I'm just saying. He's that good. He would be a better guard than Green to me. Just because of his leverage and his strength. That wrestling background helps. Ask Osa Odigizua what the wrestling background does for him. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would do. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all would do. If there's an offensive lineman to go get, it's not Zion Johnson for me. It's not Kenyan Green. It's Tyler Linderbaum. And I don't know why nobody's mocking him to us no more. That's what makes it eerie to me. I just don't get it. There's no way in the world that we haven't thought about considering him. Biadasz is not that good at the center as far as like that you wouldn't consider that type of a player. You feel me? That's like having, what's the best way to put it? You got Ty Smith, but Equanu's on the board. And you're just like, I ain't taking I got Ty Smith. Although Ty Smith is a Hall of Famer, first ballot. If you had the chance to pick him, you pick him and you figure out the rest later. One of them is sliding the guard. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So you don't leave Linderbaum on the board. Absolutely not. You take him and you figure out the rest. Kind of like last year. We had a decent linebacker room at the time. Jalen Smith, LVE. But we went ahead and took Micah Parsons because he's Micah Parsons. And you figure out the rest later. I didn't think we was going to release Jalen Smith mid-year. But that's another story for another day. We did a little mock draft, man. I'm going to run through this real quick. Me and my boy, Big Game James, and Joe Castro, over Philly the podcast, Big Game James. Y'all know Silver Nation, Silver and Blue Nation. Y'all know who Big Game James is. Don't play with me. And I'll put it on the board. This was the mock. I just want to get y'all opinion on it. We went Treylon Burks, Quay Walker, linebacker out of Georgia, Nick Benito, edge. Oh, we went 25th because we got a trade with Buffalo. That's how we got that extra pick. But Treylon Burks, Quay Walker, Nick Benito, Marquise Hayes, Oklahoma guard. See, you can get the guard later in the draft. It's possible. It's not impossible. Then we got Jelani Woods at 129. D'Angelo, we double dipped at edge. D'Angelo Malone. He's a beast on the low. Then we got Otito Ogbonia. I know I butchered his name, sorry. Played alongside Osa Odigizua, another person that I got used to saying his name. That would be dope. That would be repairing the UCLA D tackles. Then we got Thayer Munford, offensive guard that can play tackle too. He can possibly be a swing if Ball does not keep developing. And then we got Marquise Bell at safety and Danny Gray, a speedster, to do some kick returning and punt returning. But that's the little mock draft I figured I'd throw out to y'all, man. But look, if there's a lineman that we can get, it's Tyler Linderbaum for me. That's my thoughts, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that, man. It's your boy, Mr. Rome. I'll holla.